And welcome to the live broadcast of Ripley High School football. Tonight, the Ripley Tigers travel to Decaturville, Tennessee to take on Parsons Riverside. Riverside, a 2A school, but have only lost one game so far this year, so that should be a good matchup. This is Mike White along with Tracy Crazy Horse Henson here to bring you all the live action. Captains for tonight for the Ripley Tigers are number 6, Tyler Ross, number 18, Hamer, number 58 for the Tigers is Smith, and number 18 for the Tigers, that is Hamer. 68 is the other one, and 68 for the Ripley Tigers, that's Eric Huddleston. Captains for Riverside, number 4. And he's the quarterback, that's Stone Frost, that's the coach's son. Number 55, Mason Montgomery. Number 20, Dylan Hall, and number 32 is Hunter Moore. So those are the captains. We're in the middle of the field as they are flipping, and Ripley won the toss. Ripley wins the toss, and they defer. That's what I was hoping would happen. So if the Tigers can take a lead into halftime and come back and get the ball to start the second half, that would bode well for us, I think.
Yeah, because I think in the other games we played, Mike, we got the ball first. And, matter of fact, I don't think Ripley's lost a coin decision all season. I mean, I could be wrong.
I'm not sure, but I know last week against Dyersburg and against Covington both, the other team won the toss and they deferred, so they got the ball to start the second half. So that will be the flip side of that coin tonight, as the Ripley Tigers won the toss and they're going to defer and go on defense first. They will be, defending. They'll be defending the west side of the field, the west end of the field, going from west to east, and Riverside the opposite. And I say it's an old stadium here, an old press box, but I like the way it's set up. It's nice. All the fans here have been nice. Everybody in the press box, real congenial people. So it's been a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, because I can remember some times when we went to there and they wasn't too hospitable.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The Ripley Tigers take the field now. The Tigers have 3 or 4 that are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are injured that are not going to be started tonight. I know at least 2 of them are starters. Now this game is not a district game. It has nothing to do with the playoff implications, just pride.
Yeah.
This is the second year that we played them, and probably only the second year that I can remember. And they came to Ripley and beat us last year, so we would like to beat them and return the favor this year and make the ride back to Ripley that much more pleasant.
You don't know what the score was, do you, Mike?
I don't remember.
It wasn't by much, I don't think, maybe a touchdown or 2. Nonetheless, these Tigers have come on to play and playing some real good football.
They're playing their best football so far this year. They had a really tough stretch. A statistic across the state is Ripley has the 4th toughest schedule in the state of Tennessee this year.
Wow.
Haywood had the 2nd. Some team from East Tennessee had the 1st. I'm not sure who was 3rd, but Ripley had the 4th toughest schedule in the district this year. I mean, in the state this year.
You know, and that can be said. I mean, like I said, the Tigers are coming on late with playing some of their best ball. Last week we gave Dyersburg all they wanted, and actually should have won that game, but there were 2 long passes down the middle that we didn't have a man back in that position and cost us. But nevertheless, this is a young team, and we're learning.
So the Tigers getting ready to kick off. As you mentioned, they are a young team, and we are playing our best football so far for the year. The last 3 games we've just played the toughest opponents of the year. So hopefully if we can keep that intensity up and be able to play, again, Riverside has only lost 1 game, but they haven't played the level of competition Ripley has. So let's see if we can culminate that into a win tonight as Hawkins gets ready to kick off from the near hash mark. And here is the kick. It's kickoff time in Tiger Town. Ball is taken at the 7-yard line. He's across the 10, the 15, makes a cut across the 20, the 25. He gets out to the 30 and finally drugged down as he gets to about the 37, 38-yard line.
And that was number 31 for the Tigers. Might have brought him down.
Number 31 is John Dixon. He's a sophomore. So again, this is the Riverside Panthers, I believe is what their mascot is. So they'll have the ball first down and 10 at the 38-yard line. Opening play of the game just underway.
And I hear they have a really good quarterback.
Yeah, their quarterback is the coach's son. He's an all-star, and he handles the ball. They try to let him make the decisions, and we've got a guy that's kind of shadowing him tonight, so we'll see how that works out. Shotgun formation, 2 wide to either side. The quarterback fakes the handoff, looking to throw it down the sideline. He's got a man, and it's short at the 40-yard line and falls incomplete. As we got a cover man out there, but he was a little late. Had the ball been thrown high enough, it would have definitely been a completion. So it does fall incomplete, making it second down and 10, still from the 38-yard line.
You know, looking across that Ripley Tiger defense, Mike, I believe we're about 50, 60 more pounds heavier than the offensive line for the.
Oh yeah, we're a lot bigger. We've got to put some pressure on the quarterback. Tigers in a 3-4 defense. 2 wides and a shotgun on either side. Quarterback hands the hands off to the running back, and he's brought down from behind after a pickup of about 5 out to the 42-yard line. So a pickup of 4 would be second down and 6 with 11:20 to go in the opening quarter. This is the first drive of the game. Big third down here for the Ripley Tigers. They need to hold Riverside, put them in punt situation, and get the ball back at decent field position. This time 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Try to pull the Tigers off. It doesn't work. Quarterback drops back, and he rolls to his right, looking downfield, wanting to throw, throwing into the flat, and it falls incomplete as it goes right through the receiver's hands. So the Tigers have the Riverside Panthers in a punting situation early. So if they can get the ball back at a good field position, of course, we've got some good punt return guys too. So let's see what the Tigers can do, get good field position or run this thing back all the way for a touchdown. They'll have their punter standing back at the 29-yard line as he gets ready to punt. Back deep for the Tigers to return the ball is number 23, and that's Curry.
You know, the Tigers doing a good job, Mike, of putting pressure on that quarterback and making him throw that ball early.
1 man back deep for the Tigers. That's Curry. He stands at his 32-yard line. Low snap. He gets it off. And as he gets a good punt off, and it's going to hit and roll inside almost to the 20-yard line. So about the 21-yard line. That's where the Tigers will have it. First down and 10.
Tigers need to come out here and make a statement, because I know that they've been working on some stuff in practice, and let's just see if they can come out and make a statement right here. And let's get this first score.
It'll be first and 10 for the Tigers.
10:45 to go in the first. No score early. The first offensive series for the Ripley Tigers is they're back their own offense for the first time. They're going to have 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Ross is the quarterback. Curry stands at his right. Quarterback takes a snap, wants to throw, looking, he's flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it long downfield. He's got a man, and he overthrows him. And a flag comes in.
And that was holding on,
Well, that flag was called, the intended receiver was number 16, and that is Barham. And, you know,
it looked like it was holding on
I actually saw that, and I didn't think it was. It was right in front of us. I didn't think it was a flag. I thought the ball was overthrown, and it was. The ball was so far overthrown. I don't think it was catchable anyway. But we'll take it. So it looks like, they're gonna. Let's see. They're gonna mark it off from the line of scrimmage. That should give the Tigers a first down.
Well, I seen him grabbing the back of his jersey while I said it was holding him.
Yeah, he may have. I didn't see that. But that moves the ball out to the 36-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 Tigers.
Tiger 36-yard line.
Again, the ball was intended for Barham. I'm going to have to look close at number 16 and number 10. I talked to them both this week, and I've been giving each one of them credit for something the other one's done. And I think it's been about even on both sides. But they want their own credit. So they hand the ball off to Moore as he breaks the outside, gets the edge, and he's got the first down as he slips as he rounds the corner, but it's enough for the first down. He picks up 11 on the first down play, so it'll be first down and 10 for Ripley right at the 46-yard line.
This field is
47-yard line.
This field is really wet. It's really mushy, and this
The
guys want to be careful going out of bounds. Might they can slip and fall.
47-yard line.
10:27 to go as he steps out of bounds. It stops the clock. It'll be first down and 10, ball on the 47-yard line. Ripley will line up 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Ross is the quarterback. Squirt lines up to his left. Quarterback takes a snap. He rolls to his right. Looking downfield, he's got a man, and it's complete to Barham. He breaks the first tackle and brought down at the 30-yard line. So it's about a 20-yard pickup. It'll be first down and 10, Tigers.
That was a good rollout by Tyler and a good catch by Barham. But look like Barham twitches his ankle, Mike, and we certainly don't need that.
Have an official timeout.
He may just have to walk it off.
So with 10:18 to go in the first, Ripley on the march. Their first offensive series, it started at their 21, and now they're down to the 30-yard line of Riverside. And they're helping Barham off. As you mentioned, we don't need to get anyone hurt. Fortunately, we do have 2 weeks before hopefully we'll be playing in a playoff game, and a couple of weeks to get things ready, but we need to win this game. And, we don't want to see anyone get hurt. And we need all of our players, and good sportsmanship shown by Riverside as they clap for Barham as he leaves the field after a great catch and a good run after the catch. First down and 10 at the 30 for Ripley Tigers.
Ball from this spotted on the Panther 30-yard line. Be first and 10 for the Tigers.
Number 8 comes in for him. That's Ethan Miller. He's a sophomore. 2 wide to either side. Ross in shotgun formations. More to his right. Looking to throw. He's got a man open, and it's caught by Crowder. And I think as forward progress, they're going to have him out. They brought him down behind the line of scrimmage, and I don't know if they're going to say his forward progress that he actually backpedaled. So they're going to show a loss of about 4 on the play. So it'll be second down and 14 for Ripley.
So we'll bring up second down for the Tigers.
Ripley back up to the line with 1 wide either side. 2-man set in the backfield. They hand the ball off to Squirt again. Starts outside, breaks it back inside. He's with the second level. He gets to the 25-yard line and pick up about 8 on the play.
Not to broke that, no, Mike. If he just had just another little crease, Squirt would have been in the end zone.
So it's going to make it now third down and 5 for Ripley.
I would say we're in fourth down territory anyway.
Well, I don't know if we might kick a field goal from here. We'll see. Maybe we get the first down. We'll have to worry about that. First down and 10. Quarterback hands it off to Squirt again. He starts inside, breaks it back to the left. And he's going to be short of the first down, but it's going to be close. So let's see if the coach decides he wants to go for the first down or he wants to kick the field goal. And I don't see any personnel changes, so I believe that they are going to go for it. It's going to be fourth down and 3. Ball on the 23-yard line. No personnel changes as of yet. So the Tigers are going for it on their first fourth down play here at Riverside. 1 wide out to either side. 2-man set in the backfield. Ross takes a snap, hands to Squirt. He starts outside. He got the first down as he's pushed out of bounds close to the 15-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10, Ripley.
Great run, great big push by the Ripley Tigers offensive line. Great job by Moore to get out, Mike, to get that first down.
So that'll move the sticks with 8:17 to go in the first. Ripley with their first offensive possession.
They brought in number 24 McKinnis as running back.
Yeah,
He's linebacker.
He's their what they call their jumbo package. He's the jumbo, all right. He's fullback. He also plays outside linebacker, and he's a load. He's quick. He's 6'2", 258 pounds. They hand the ball to him, and he tries to push the pile. Now it's a big pile. He gains probably 2 on the play, down to about the 15-yard line. Should bring up second down and 8.
Tackle made by number 80 Hayes and 58 Lewis. Going to bring up second down for the Tigers.
They're just giving Moore a break. And we need to do something here, Mike. We need to push this ball and get it in the end zone.
Dylan Jones also lined up in the backfield. Ripley to the line with wide outs to either side. Two men set in the backfield. Ross in shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to McInnes again, and he doesn't even get started there. They're going to catch him behind the line of scrimmage. You know, I've got my, you know, when you put him in and you know you're going to hand the ball to him, you're just asking everybody to go. So if it were me, I think I'd probably fake the ball to him and hand it on a counter back the other way. Probably go walk into the end zone.
Third down for the Tigers.
But, you know, and they may be setting that up.
Well, that's true, too. I mean, when you got 8 or 9 men in the block, in the box, I mean, it's hard to run against that.
So two wide outs to the right, one to the left. It's going to be third down and about 13. Ball at the 18-yard line. One man set in the backfield. The Tigers pull them offside, so that'll give them 5 back. So we'll be back inside the sticks.
Offsides against the Panthers.
Tigers done a good job, Mike. And Tyler did with that count, drawing them offside.
So it'll be third down and 8 now. Ball just inside the 15.
Makes it third down and 7.
To the right, one to the left. Ross still your quarterback. Takes a snap, he drops back. It's a screen pass. It was set up perfect for a screen pass, but they came through and catch him for about a 10-yard loss back to the 25-yard line. The way that defensive line came through, I just knew they were setting up the screen pass, and because that defensive line came pouring through. And I'm not sure if they called a screen pass or not, but it would have been a perfect opportunity for it. So the Tigers now, with fourth down and 15, are attempting a field goal. It will be a 38-yard field goal. Hawkins with the kick. And it is long, and it is good. So with 6:11 to go in the first quarter, Ripley scores first and draws first blood. Ripley 3, Riverside nothing. Early going of the first quarter.
You know, undoubtedly, Tyler didn't have nobody open, Mike, when that defense come in, because he had 2 men right there on him, and they just smashed him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he had time to even look to see if he had anybody open.
That's true, too.
Like I said, to me, it looked like they were setting up a screen pass, because that's typically what you see is you'll see the defensive line come pouring through, and you dump the ball back behind them right over their head. And if we had that called, it was a good call. We just didn't give the quarterback time to get rid of the ball. I mean, you're supposed to block them for a count of 2 or 3 and then let them go, not just let them go. So you've got to give the quarterback a little time. At any rate, the Tigers do not come up empty. So they've got the first 3 points of the game with 6:11 to go in the first. I want to give a shout out to some of the longtime Ripley faithful, Mr. Jimmy Hill, Jimmy Kiesler, Mr. Richard Jennings. There'll be some more I'll think of shortly, but there's a lot of great support there in Ripley. They've been around for decades and decades. And here's the kick. And it's a long end-over-end kick. It's going to go back to the 5-yard line. It crosses the 10, the 15, the 20, cuts back to the middle of the field. He's got a crease, and he fumbles the ball, and Ripley gets it back.
Ripley got it.
He had a crease, and one of the Ripley Tigers reached out and grabbed the arm of the receiver. And just as he pulled it loose, then Hawkins was able to fall on it to give the Tigers new life again as they have the ball inside Panther territory. The ball will be spotted at the 43-yard line, first down and 10 Tigers.
You know, I'll give this out to the Panthers. Panthers done a good job blocking upfield and like give that runner some space to run. But I believe it was, I don't know who knocked the ball out. I think it was Maiden that knocked the ball out, but it was Hawkins the one that jumped on it.
6:02 to go in the first. Ripley with the ball, first down and 10 at the Panthers 43. Shotgun formation, 2 wide outs to the right. Wants to throw. He's got a man. It's complete to Curry. He's got the first down and about another yard or so. So a pickup of about 11. Again, number 23, Curry on the reception.
And I believe Curry, he is a junior. He'll be back next year.
And I do know that if if he gets 45 yards tonight, he goes over the 1,000-yard mark. So it's been a Long time since Ripley's had a 1,000-yard rusher, so
45 yards.
45 yards.
He's halfway there, I believe, Mike, isn't he?
I'm not sure. And and he's just a sophomore. That's the incredible part about it. Here's the snap, and they hand the ball off to Squirt, and he gets across the 30 to the 29-yard line, pickup of about 4.
So
it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. 2 wide right, 1 to the left. Ross still in at quarterback. Takes a snap, drops back, wants to throw. He's throwing into the flat, and it's caught by number 8 for the Tigers. That's Ethan Miller.
Pass complete to number 8, Miller.
He gets down to the 25.5-yard line.
And that's another sophomore, Mike.
So it'll make it 3rd down and about 3 for the Tigers with 5:02 to go in the first. Ripley on top, 3-0, and with the ball driving in the 3rd down situation. Two wide right, 2 to the left.
Panther jumped off there.
Here's a snap, and it's a quick pass out in the flat. It's complete to number 3. He's got the 1st down, and that's Mabin. He's going to be tackled inside the 20 at the 18-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and 10 Tigers from the 18-yard line.
Let me say this, Mike, and coming into this game, we knew that the Panthers were good, but they had not played the talent of football teams that we have. Of course, I know they're 2A, and they play up in a 2A, but the Tigers has really played some tough.
Yeah, 4 toughest schedule in the state. That lets you know that we're probably better than our record. 4:54 to go in the first. 1st down and 10 Ripley. Ball down at the 18-yard line. They lead 3-0. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to Squirt. He breaks it outside. And he's going down the far sideline and into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. And that touchdown brought to you by Bank Tennessee. $25 donation, and a flag comes out at about the 7 or 8 yard line. I think that touchdown may come back. It looks like it is.
Blocking the back.
Blocking it back against the Tigers.
So that'll back the Tigers up, take the 6 points off. So it'll be 1st down and 20 now. No, it happened down the field, and it was a spot foul, so it actually is going to be 1st down and about 11. Because that happened right at about the 7 yard line. 1 wide to either side. 2-man set in the backfield. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to Squirt. The same play the other direction. He breaks a couple of tackles. He gets inside the 15 down to around the 14-yard line. Picks up about 4 or 5 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Good run by Squirt. We sure needed that touchdown.
Looks like rain's headed this way according to the radar. Be nice to get a couple of touchdowns ahead before the rain starts here and it gets sloppy. Steve Vickery, that brings you Tiger TV, brought in the radar and showed it to us. So hopefully we won't have any lightning delays. That would be huge. Here's the quarterback, takes a snap to Squirt, and he goes off the left side for a short gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 5.
Squirt doing a good job, Mike, of juking and jiving and getting it what he can. But we need to punch this ball in this time. The 3rd down.
3:29 to go in the first. According to the radar, it looks like we could be in for I won't necessarily say a rain delay, but a lightning delay. So it'd be nice to get some points before it gets sloppy. Ripley's got 2 wide to the left, to the right, 1 to the left. 2-man set in the backfield. Quarterback takes a snap. He drops back. He's got a man rushing. He's going to run it as his pocket. He's wide open in the end zone and broke up at the last second by a defender. And it was a fantastic defensive play by Riverside. So the Tigers are going to be forced to attempt another field goal.
You know, I don't know why Tyler just didn't tuck it down and run, Mike, because he had open field, wasn't nobody there. But nevertheless, it is what it is.
Well, it looked like he was going to catch the ball, and it was wide open. And 9 times out of 10, that defender's not going to make that play.
That one did, didn't he?
He did.
He sure did.
And it was a great play. I mean, it looked like a highlight play that you would see on TV. It was a fantastic play.
Oh, it was a great play by the Panthers.
So it's going to be a 29-yard field goal attempt, and it is up. And it is just crosses the goal crossbar, so it's good with 2:52 to go in the first. Ripley on top, 6-0. As we get ready for the Tiger kickoff, we'll take a break and be back in 30 seconds right after this. With 2:52 to go in the first quarter. Also want to remind everyone, next Friday night we'll be broadcasting live from Halls as the Halls Tigers will be taking on the Union City Tornadoes. So be sure to tune in next Friday night. Remember, you can always get all these games streaming on 1570WTRB.com and catch it anywhere you've got internet. And here's the kick, and the Tigers are trying an onside kick, and they do come down with it if they're going to have the ball at about the 40-yard line.
Well, the thing about the Panthers, their defense, their defense was on field for about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Or maybe a little longer than that, Mike. And that's a good sign for the Tigers.
Yeah, they've only, the offenses for Riverside has only had 3 plays. 3 plays and out. So they get back on the field, and I know we want to try to keep that their quarterback in check. And we've got McKinnis kind of spying on him tonight. So we'll see if he can keep him in check. So far, he hasn't ran the ball. He's thrown a pass or 2, it seems like, handed it off. They may have had 2. I think they have had 2 offensive series. So they probably had 6 offensive plays. 3 wide left, 1 to the right. Man in motion. They hand it to the man in motion, going this side, trying to get outside. He gets into the second level and brought down by Ross, but not until he gets the first down at the 46-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Panthers with 2:42 to go in the first. That gives them a first down. They'll line up with one to the right, 2 to the left, out wide. Shotgun formation, 1 running back to the quarterback's left. Puts a man in motion, fake it to him, and they're throwing over the middle, and it's caught. And he hit hard by McKinnis right at the first down mark. Looks like it's. He's slow to get up, too.
Yeah, he took a big hit on that right shoulder, Mike, and he caught that ball.
He did. He's going to come out of the game. And McKinnis is a load to hit you.
McKinnis 6'3", 6'4", about 250.
He's listed at 6'2", 260. And he's fast, too. And he's solid. And he's a playmaker. He's the difference. He's a difference maker. And he's kind of the heartbeat of that defense, playing middle linebacker. And he fits the part. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. They'll think before they throw it over the middle in front of him again. Trying to pull the Tigers off sides, and they're going to hand it to the running back, trying to get outside. He's got some room. And a great open field tackle there made by number 11, and that's the sophomore, Cordarian Moore. And that was one of the best open field tackles I've seen in a long time for the Ripley Tigers. He just cut him down as he was just about to turn up and really get down that sideline. But he still picks up about 4 on the play, bringing up 2nd down and 6 as we approach the 1-minute mark to go here in the first quarter. Ripley on top of Riverside 6-0.
Good job by Moore, putting the freeze out from under that running back.
2 wide right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. He drops straight back. He's throwing it. Got a man over the middle. He throws it in the dirt. So it falls incomplete, bringing up 3rd down and 7 now. And the man was open. He just threw it at his feet and couldn't get that low. He had to dig a hole to catch that ball.
Yeah, I tell you what's happening though. That and those little linebackers just coming and putting pressure on that quarterback, Mike.
1:06. The clock is stopped on that incomplete pass.
keep throwing it, we're going to pick one off.
One wide to the left, two to the right. Shotgun formation. Frost takes a snap. He rolls to his right, looking to throw downfield, looking, and he throws it incomplete at the 10-yard line. So it'll bring up 4th down and 7. And a big advantage that Ripley has with the ball at the 33-yard line. It'd be about a 47-8-yard field goal for them. We could make it, and I don't think there's very few teams around West Tennessee that's got a kicker that could do that. We get inside the 35-yard line. We've got a 85% chance we're going to get 3 points out of it, but they're going to go for it on 4th down, 4th and 7. 2 wide right, 1 to the left, shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. He rolls to his right. He's looking, nobody to throw it to. He's got a man on the backside, though, and it's caught. He's got the 1st down. He's going down the sideline for a touchdown, and he's hit hard. No, he didn't get in. He got inside the 10, but hit hard as he got inside the 10. They got the 1st down and have 1st down and goal. And we had everything to the right, and he looked off his 1st, 2nd, and 3rd receiver and was able to come back to his safety valve on the far side. And that's hard for a quarterback to do, especially a high school quarterback, to check down like that. Again, he's a coach's son, and he's, I'm sure, versed in this game very much so. He was able to check down and look back to the far side and have a man wide open. It's 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. 48 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. They'll line up, go for 2. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you're right. They didn't. Put a man in motion from right to left. They hand it coming back the other way, and he slips in to the inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. That was 1st and goal from the 7, and he's going to be 1st and goal from about the 2nd and goal from about the 1 now. And he started outside and then just cut back across the grain and was able to pick up about 6 yards. And let's see if we get one more playoff. We've got about 24 seconds left on the clock in this 1st quarter. I don't think they're even going to try to get one more playoff. They may. It's 16 seconds left. 10 seconds, and they're up to the line. Let's see if they get it snapped. So at the end of 1, we'll make sure they don't snap the ball. It's 3 seconds left. And they don't. So at the end of 1, it is Ripley 6 and Riverside 0. Again, Riverside threatening its 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line. And we'll be back with the 2nd quarter in 1 minute. Back as we get ready to start the 2nd quarter. Ripley here in Parsons Riverside taking on the Panthers. At the beginning of the 2nd quarter, the situation is Ripley 6, the Panthers nothing, but Riverside has the ball, 2nd down and goal at the 1-yard line. Well, actually, looking at where it's spotted, looks like it's on the 2. The scoreboard says it's the 1, but the spot shows the 2.
So bring up 2nd and goal for the Panthers. Ball spotted on the Tiger 1-yard line to start the 2nd quarter.
We're going to have 1 wide to the right, 2 to the left. Puts a man in motion. Takes a snap, and he hands the ball off to his running back. He's got some room outside. He's going to walk into the end zone. It was just a sweep. And so just like that, the Panthers tied up with 11:56 to go in the 2nd quarter. 1st play of the 2nd quarter. The Panthers tied up, as we'll see if they can break the tie. It was just a quarterback sweep, and we did not contain over there.
All he had about 15 yards of running room over there, Mike, and he just was able to go in untouched in that end zone.
So they will line up for a point after, looking to take a 1-point lead. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up.
It may be good. I know it hit a truck out there.
And it is good. I thought about that because I parked down there. It wasn't my truck.
Well, matter of fact, it hit that white truck, bounced off of yours, and bounced back on the white one.
So with 11:56 to go in the second quarter, the Panthers take a 1-point lead as they lead the Tigers 7-6 as we get ready for the Panthers to kick off to the Ripley Tigers.
And we had a touchdown called back because of blocking in the back down on the 7-yard line.
Panthers will be on the road next Friday night to East Hickman.
That's exactly right. And the Tigers offense has moved up and down the field. They just haven't been able to finish the drive and punch it in. And hopefully we'll be able to correct that. Now the Tigers lining up with their hands people up front, so they're anticipating an onside kick, or at least preparing for it. They don't look like they have a lot of confidence that their kicker is going to kick the ball deep, as the Ripley deep back only stands at about his 20-yard line.
Well, I think from what I was told earlier tonight that Riverside did an onside kick on the Tigers last year, and they don't want to take any, give them any more touches on the ball.
They're definitely lined up for it. They've got Ross up front and Curry up front. They've got some hands people up front.
About 11 more back deep for the Tigers.
So Moore does go back and stand at about his 8-yard line in case they do kick it deep. And here's the kick, and they do kick it deep, and he's going to go all the way into the end zone, it looks like. Yes, it'll be a touchback. So Ripley will take over and go to work, first down and 10 from their own 20.
20-yard line, be first and 10 for the Tigers.
Tigers need to get a touchdown out of this, Mike. Need to go back to some of the plays we played against Dyersburg to spread that offense out and make that defense work for the Parson Panthers.
11:56 still to go in the second. Riverside 7, Ripley 6. Again, the Tigers have the ball first down and 10 from their own 20 after the touchback on the kickoff. 2 wide right, 2 to the left. Ross in shotgun formation, stands back at his 15. Man in motion. And he mishandles the ball.
And they got it.
And a flag comes in. But the Panthers come up with the ball as the flag comes in. It looked like it was a low snap, but it looked like it could have been handled. I think Ross tried to reach down and pick it up instead of just fall on it. And one of the Panthers came through and just dove on the ball. And they got the ball. Let's see if there's what the flag is. And the ball, they're going to have it at about the 13, 14-yard line. And I don't see that they're going to mark off any kind of penalty. He might have been marking the spot of the ball, but they've got a beanbag for that instead of a penalty flag.
I think the beanbag was showing that there was a turnover. Mike.
Yeah, he never threw a beanbag, though. He only threw the flag.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
This time we'll have 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. First down and 10 at the 13-yard line. And they hand the ball to the running back. He starts outside, breaks it back inside, and picks up about 4 or 5 off the left side of that offensive line as he gets down inside the 10 to around the 7-yard line. So a pickup of 6. It'll be second down and 4. Tigers defense needs to tighten up here.
Yeah, because the Tigers has played well the last few games, Mike, and the ball was snapped low, but all Tyler had to do was just fall on it. I mean, you would have lost probably about 10, 15 yards, but it's better to fall on it than to give it over to them.
11:18 to go. Second down and 4, ball at the 7. Man in motion from left to right. Quarterback takes a snap, he hands it off to number 20, going off the right side, and he's got the first down. Doesn't get into the end zone, but gets close. Looks like he's about the 1-yard line. So it'll be first down and goal.
Number 20, Hall on the carry.
From inside the 1 for the Panthers. To me, their offense hasn't really done anything impressive. Our defense just has not done a very good job at all.
As big as our defense is, we're just soft.
One wide to either side to hand the ball to number 32 again, trying to get outside. We got sucked in, and he goes into the end zone off the right side now to open up the score, 13-6. over the Tigers with 10:29 to go in the second quarter as they get it ready for their point after. Thirteen to 6 again as they line up for their point after. This kicker, I didn't think he had that much of a leg, but he put that last one in the end zone as he kicked off. So he's got a pretty good leg. I don't know how accurate he is, but he can kick the ball off long. Snap, the hold, the kick is up. So with 10:29 to go in the opening or the second quarter, the score now, Riverside 14, Ripley 6 as we get ready for the Riverside kickoff. Tigers need to put together a drive and keep this at a one-score game.
We get this ball, go down and score and get a two-point conversion, it'll be a tied ball game.
10:29 to go in the second as Ripley is on the field getting ready for the Panther kickoff. Again, Riverside on top of Ripley, 14 to 6. Early moments of the second quarter. Ripley still has their hands people up front, anticipating an onside kick.
Number 31, Taylor to kick off for the Panthers. That gate for the Tigers, number 11, Moore.
Squirt's going to stand back at around his 10-yard line.
You know they're gonna kick it away from Moore because they know he can scat it on upfield.
So they're lined up for their kickoff. The ball's sitting in the middle of the 50, middle of the field, at the 40-yard line, and it's another deep kick, and it's going to go into the end zone and be a touchback. So Ripley will have the ball first down and 10 from their own 20, and that's where they'll go to work again.
While they're sliding on the Tiger 20-yard line, it'll be first and 10 for the Tigers.
If you didn't hear on the radio, the sixth grade team for the Ripley sixth grade youth football team, I think they're undefeated. They beat, I think, South Fulton 34 to nothing and beat McKenzie maybe 42 to nothing. And they play in a tournament starting in the morning, I think at 9 o'clock at Dyer County. They're in Newbern, and so they're having a fantastic season. So congratulations to them. Ripley takes the ball, and quarterback does, and he hands it off to Squirt. Starts inside, breaks it outside, and a good open field tackle. And they had put Crowder in at quarterback, and he handed the ball off, and Squirt picks up about 2 or 3 on the play, but it looked like he was going to break loose for a long run, and it was another one of those great open field tackles. Had it not been made, he probably would have scored, but he picks up 3, so it'll bring up second down and 7.
And that was a great open field tackle by the Panthers.
It was. Again, Crowder in at quarterback. Takes a low snap. He's going to run himself off the left side. He's into the second level, and he's got the first down as he crosses the 30 out to the 32-yard line. So it'll be first down for the Tigers.
Great run by Hunter. Next year, Hunter will be the quarterback for the Tigers. And this way, to give Tyler a break and let him rest.
Well, Coach Austin Thompson's coaching that sixth grade team, and he's doing a fantastic job with them. So good luck tomorrow in the tournament up in Newbern at Dyer County High School football field. Wideouts to either side for the Tigers. Crowder's the quarterback. Takes a snap. He hands it off to Moore as he breaks the left side. Now flag comes in as he's going to break across the 50. He's got one man to beat.
Flag like he's coming back.
He gets pushed out of bounds at around the 23-yard line, but there's a flag down at around the 45-yard line. And actually, the flag is back at about the 32. So it's going to be a hold against the Tigers. So instead of first down and 10, it'll be first down and 20. as Moore, it negates about a 40-yard run for Moore. That would have definitely put him over the 1,000-yard mark for the season had that play stood.
You know, that's happened twice when we got a good run off that they called a holding or a block in the back.
But, you know, I have to say, you know, the flag came out before you knew it was going to be a big run, so it's not like it was at the end of the run and they called it back. So
Great run by Squirt. It just
it was.
Bad call.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, not a bad call, but a bad timing for a call.
Yeah, it was. No doubt about that. You know, and you just have to look back at the film and see if it was a bad call or not. But either way, it was definitely bad timing. Wideouts to either side. Quarterback wants to throw. He's got a man long down the sideline. It's broken up by number 4, the quarterback.
That's wrong. He did a good job breaking the ball up.
He did. It was. It would have been about the 50-yard line, and it would have been more than enough for a first down. It was about a 30-yard pass, but it falls incomplete, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 20 now. There's the ball back at the 22-yard line with 9 minutes exactly to go in the second quarter, and Riverside on top of Ripley, 14-6.
We just need to get a big push off this offensive line and give our guys some room to run.
2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. They hand the ball to Squirt, trying to get outside. Let's see if he can get the edge. They're going to bring him down at him. He's going to maybe lose a yard, as we just could not get the corner. They had a good angle of pursuit and were able to cut him off, because I know he wasn't as fast as Moore, but he had the angle on him and was able to cut him off. And they say it's basically no gain, so it'll still be 3rd down and 20 now. Ball at the 22-yard line.
Well, you got to remember, we're running down, we're running uphill, Mike, and they're running downhill. I don't know if that makes any difference or not.
This time Ross comes in at wide out. He's out to the right, so it's going to be 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Crowder's the quarterback. Defense showing blitz. Now they back out of it. And a low snap again. And the pocket collapses. He's going to run it himself. And he's going to be upended after a pickup of only 2. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 18.
I give my hats off to the Riverside. I mean, they're not big, but they're skilled, and they know exactly what they're doing. And we're not getting the push off that line or blocking anybody. So what else do you expect?
Well, you know, I mean, we're running outside, so the push doesn't have as much to do with it as it does about blocking on the edges. You know, our wide receivers are not connecting and staying with their blocks, and they're coming off their blocks, and we're not cutting off those linebackers when they're coming across. But this time Ross is going to be punting. He's going to be standing back at his 11-yard line. 1 man back deep. Here's a low, it bounces to him. He barely gets it off, but gets it off. Fair catch called for at the 45-yard line. And so Riverside will have the ball 1st down and 10 with 7:15 to go in the second quarter. They'll have the ball in the lead 14-6.
Ball spotted on the Panther 45. The 1st and 10 for Panthers.
Tigers definitely need to get called back on 7:15 to go in this game and score.
We've got to figure out a way to stop them on defense. We have just not had an answer for them. They've been mostly outside. Now, they have cut back across the middle a few times across the grain and picked up some big yards, but most of their big plays have come around the end. So we've got to do basically what they've been doing. Of course, their wideouts may be doing a better job blocking downfield than ours are.
You can tell that Clarkson is very well coached as far as the skills play position. Not saying that ours is not. Ours just hasn't shown up yet.
Well, you know, all you can do is put them in position to make a play. And that's all. So let's see, it's going to be a timeout Riverside. So with their timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back right after this. As the Tigers find themselves trailing 14-6 with 7:15 to go in the second quarter, it's going to be Riverside's ball when play resumes, 1st down and 10 from their own 45. They'll split 1 wide to either side. Shotgun formation, 2-man set in the backfield. Tigers move back to a 4-3 defense. Two wide left now, 1 to the right. Man in motion from left to right. He looked like he crossed the line of scrimmage. He definitely turned up as they wanted to throw the ball. The Tigers are doing a good job, and they're going to have him after a pickup of about 2. They did a good job covering downfield, nobody to throw to. But the man in motion, he was turning upfield to get into a pattern. It looked to me like he turned upfield before the ball was snapped, but no flag. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 7 after a pickup of 3 as we go under the 7-minute mark. I'd like to look back at that play on the film because it sure looked to me like he turned upfield before the ball was snapped. You can run parallel to the line of scrimmage, but you can't go toward it until the ball is snapped if you're in motion. Quarterback takes a snap, he hands it to his running back going off the right side, and he's going to have a pickup of about 4 more. He's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Maybe 3. 3rd and 3.
I believe that was Tyler Ross on that tackle. Number 6 for the Tigers.
The ball is spotted at the Tiger 47-yard line. 3rd down and 2. Tigers need a big stop here. Two wide left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation, 2 men in the backfield, man in motion from left to right. Quarterback's going to hand it. I know hands it off to number 20, trying to get outside. He gets outside, picks up the 1st down, and about 4 more, and a flag comes in at the end. And I didn't see a blocker out there. It makes me think it might have been a face mask or something called against Ripley. But it looks like they're going to back them up, so they may have had a blocker back there. They do, and they called holding, so that'll negate the 1st down and move them back behind the sticks.
That was number 55 that made that stop, Mike. I'm trying to see who it was. It was Brian Evans.
So that will move the ball back now to the, it won't be quite behind the sticks. It'll be 3rd down and 8 as the ball back across the 50 at the 47-yard line. So now it'll be 3rd down and 8 for Riverside as they'll come back to the line of scrimmage with 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Quarterback looks like he's going to walk up under center and maybe he checks it off, I'm not sure. Goes back into shotgun formation. Takes a snap, wanting to throw, looking, got a man crossing. He's throwing to the crossing, and he's behind him, and it's incomplete. And he's hit at the end of the play and gets up slowly, but he goes off under his own power. So it looks like the punting squad is coming on now for Riverside. I believe this is their first punt of the night.
Yeah, that was number 18. Well, we ain't got number 18. Yeah, we do. That was J.J. Hammer, a senior. Hammer. And somebody, I called him Hammer.
Yeah, I called him Hammer first half of the season until the coach corrected me. I said Hammer's a good name for a football player.
And somebody else, because they hit him at the same time. I don't know who the other one was.
4:30 to go in the second. Ripley trails 14-6. 4th down and 8 for Riverside as they punt the ball away. And they angle to the sideline, and it hits about the 23 or 2-yard line and bounces out of bounds to keep it out of the return men for the Tigers' hands so that they will not get an opportunity to run this ball back. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Ripley at about the 23-yard line with 5:30 to go until halftime.
Let me say this too, Mike. We got 5 guys that's not even dressed out tonight for the Tigers, and one of them 75 who's a sophomore who plays beside Big, what do you call him, Chief? Big Chief?
Big Show.
Big Show. And
yeah, and the guy that took his place, I'm sure, is scrappy. He's got to be in there, but he's a lot smaller than everybody standing around him. But I've got to give him credit. There's a lot bigger guys standing on the sideline that he evidently beat out for that position. Let's see, we've got Crowder in at quarterback, 3 wide to the left. They hand the ball off to Squirts. He squirts across the middle and picks up about 7. And let's see where they spotted at the 32-yard line.
That may be a right spot. He got about 8 on that play.
Yeah, according to that, it's going to be 2nd down and 1. According to the stick on the far side, 5:04 to go in the second. Ripley with the ball. Crowder's the quarterback. And a bunch of Tigers jump offside, so we're going to give 5 yards of that back.
False start against the Tigers.
I think that's number 76 to jump.
There's about 3 or 4 of them looked
Yeah.
like jump. Looked like everybody on the outside jumped and everybody in the middle stayed in stance. At any rate, it's going to be a procedure penalty against the Tigers and back them up 5 yards now. So it's going to make it second down and about 7 or 6. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Low snap. Crowder's going to take it and just run around left end, and they're going to bring him down. It looked like they might have had him by the face mask, and there comes the flag in late. And I don't think that flag was for a face mask, because if it is, it came in way late.
You can definitely see where he grabbed him by the face mask, Mike.
I definitely saw his head whip around.
Yeah.
I couldn't see his face mask, but I could see the back of his helmet. But he never had a chance on that play, as they caved in on that right side and cut him off before he could ever even get turned up. So it will be, whatever the call is, it's going to be against Riverside. Personal foul. Oh, head-to-head. That's targeting, they call it. So that should be a 15-yard penalty and automatic first down.
What do they do about that in high school football if it's targeting? I know if you get targeted in college, you eject it from the game.
Right. I haven't seen anybody ejected, so maybe you get a warning on the first one, and I'm not sure. I haven't seen that enough at this level to know. Typically it doesn't happen. A flag comes in, and it comes in from the sideline over here. It makes me think that maybe it's the something on the coaches on the sideline over here for Riverside. Okay, that's just going to be a sideline warning. So that maybe getting a little close to the referee and kind of whispering sweet nothing in his ear, and he didn't like hearing that. So no harm, no foul on that one, because that is a warning. And I see a little bit of lightning starting. First down and 10 for Ripley, 4:15 to go until halftime. They trailed 14-6. They have the ball first down and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Ross back in at quarterback. 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left. Moore stands to his right. Here's a snap. Man coming in wide open at him. He's going to drag him down from behind. And the defensive end, the left defensive end for Riverside, just comes in untouched and is able to bring him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Ripley called timeout.
So with their timeout, let's see. It's going to be second down and about 16. A little bit longer timeout than what I thought it might have been as we approach halftime. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, I don't know how that defensive end got in, but
He wasn't touched. He was lined up at
yeah,
defensive end.
He just come on in and did what he wanted to.
But we've got to account for those guys on the outside, even if you're running to the backside. He did chase him down from behind. Of course, Ross, it wasn't a sweep, so he wasn't running full speed. He was looking downfield trying to find someone to throw the ball to.
It'll be second down for the Tigers.
And it looks, by the way, that they're lined up, from what I'm seeing here, that basically was a corner blitz. That's the reason he came in, because the guy that got him, he plays corner, and you expect him to drop back into coverage, and he blitzed. And this time he fires over the middle, and it's complete for a first down to number 3 for the Tigers. That's going to be Mabin. And the ball across the 50-yard line at the 49-yard line, so a pickup of about 32 yards.
We should have started this a quarter ago. We're spreading out that defense.
Well,
we've been in this formation a lot. We just haven't been able to get the ball downfield because of being under pressure so much.
That's going to open up that defense too, and give us a chance to run.
3 wide left, 1 to the right. Ross is the quarterback. He drops straight back. Under pressure, he fires it downfield, and it's incomplete at about the 40-yard line. He just ran out of real estate there. At the sideline, the ball hit him in the hands, but he was already at the boundary. So it falls incomplete, bringing up 2nd down and 10, and the clock stops at 3:08 on that incomplete pass. Tigers will line 3 more, 3 out to the left again. They're basically trips. They're all lined up right side by side. They're not split out. Then 1 wide to the right. That's Crowder lined up to the right. They hand the ball off to Moore going off that left side, and he picks up about 4 or 5. It's what they're doing there. They're lining up those trips out there, so they have 3 blockers in front of him. But
they still ain't blocking.
They're not. Well, they're over.
They're shooting their defense.
Well, the defense is just they're over. They're heavy that side, and so when we line up 3 guys in a wide receiver spot, they're shifting their whole defense over there because they're going to have 3 guys to cover them in case they go out for a pass, and then their outside linebacker shifts that way as well, and so they've got an extra man out there. This time it's 2 wide to either side. Quarterback wants to throw. They come after him, and they're going to get him behind the line of scrimmage, and they're going to sack him for about a 5 or 6 yard loss, and that's not Ross's fault. I mean, he had no time to throw the ball. I think we need to throw a screen pass because they're coming through so fast. That's the way you throw. That's the way you slow a rush down, is to throw a screen pass. But it puts the Tigers in a punting situation. It is 4th down and about 14, back at the 48-yard line, with 2 minutes to go until halftime. Ripley trails 14-6.
Number 6 Ross to punt for the Tigers. Back game to the Panthers and 4 Ross.
Ross stands at his own 35 to punt the ball away. Low snap again. He gets it away, gets a great punt. And it's going to take a Ripley roll, and he does pick it up. And he starts off the right side. He's going to be brought down short of the 20-yard line with 1:35 to go until halftime. Of course, remember, the Tigers will get the ball to start the second half. I was in hopes that we would have the lead and get the ball to start the second half, but if we can only be down by 1 score and get it back, then that still puts us in pretty good position, or at least an opportunity to be in good position to start the second half.
Well, if we have to do that, Mike, we're going to have to block, score a touchdown, and I can't believe that our line is letting these 195-pound men just push them around.
2 wide to the left, 1 to the right for Riverside. Shotgun formation. Quarterback drops straight back, wants to throw, throws into the flat. It's complete, and he's caught, and he's brought down short of the first down, but a pick up about 7 or 8, maybe 9. They're going to say it's about 8, so it'll be 2nd down and 2 as we approach the 1-minute mark. Hurry up offense now for Riverside. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. They hand the ball off. Going off the left side, he gets the first down as he crosses the 35 out to around the 37-yard line. Clock will stop while they reset the chains. I feel a little wind coming in. Looks like it's changing. I thought I saw a drop of water. So we may be in for rain soon. The quarterback wanting to throw again. He's throwing into the flat. It's batted down by the Ripley Tigers. I think that was Evans, wasn't it? So he bats it down. It falls incomplete. We're at 1 minute exactly to go until halftime. Ripley trails 14-6 with 1 minute to go. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 32-yard line of Riverside. Quarterback takes a snap. And there he's under pressure. They throw the screen pass, exactly what I've been thinking. We need. The ball is fumbled. Ripley recovers it. It's a big pile down there. It looked like Ripley recovered it. There's a flag on the play too at the 35-yard line.
The clock is steadily running, and now they stop it at 42, but you ran about 20 minutes off.
They'll reset that after the flag. They should. Ripley will get the ball, but again, that's exactly they came through. It's holding, so they're going to decline that and take the play. It's a little shower has now started across the field. And again, that's what I thought we should have been doing, was to throw a screen pass there to slow that rush down, because that's what they did. They let us through and then threw right over the top. And fortunately, we were able to hit him and cause him to cough up the ball.
Maybe we get they definitely need to put more time on the clock.
Yeah, I agree. I thought they would have, but
They're not.
they haven't. Maybe we'll score quickly and it won't matter. 2 wide to either side for the Tigers. Showing blitz. And their blitz is coming. And a bad snap as Ross has to fall on it. He's going to lose about 5 on the play. And there's going to be a timeout called by Ripley. We'll hold it here with 37 seconds to go. And that's been a big part of our problem on offense tonight too, is bad snaps. We've had several bad snaps. One was resulted in a turnover, and 2 in big losses.
You take away that one that we got down here, that's 7-6 score. We got to do a better job up front, Mike. I mean, there's just no question about it, because they're not giving Tyler Hawley no time to get set. But it is football.
37 seconds to go until halftime. Ripley trails 14-6. They'll have the ball when play resumes. 2nd down and 10 from the 42-yard line.
I mean, big as our line is, we ought to push them all the way back to Ripley.
You would think.
But
The umbrellas come out now on the far side.
well, I'm glad it rained before we got. I mean, now,
So you can't. The field's been it's been soggy, but it hadn't been wet. It may be that way before the game's over with. But you can't blame a lot of those bad snaps on a wet ball. And both teams play with on the same field with the same weather. 2 wide to the right, and it's a swing pass, a screen pass out to number 3, and it's caught. And he makes the first one miss, and the second one miss. He goes across the field. He's got 1 man to beat, and he's going to go all the way down inside the 20 before he's brought down with 23 seconds to go.
Eric's hurt.
And Huddleston is injured on the play.
Timeout for an injury.
So that's going to be an official timeout.
Well, let me tell you this great run by Eric. I mean by Maven.
Oh, yeah. He caught it on the right side of the field and broke a couple of tackles, dodged a couple of people, and then broke all the way across to the far side of the field and went down and was able to get the ball at the 18-yard line. So when play resumes, it'll be 1st down and 10 from the 18 for Ripley with 23 seconds to go and trailing 14-6.
We sure don't need to lose that on that front line. And maybe just a cramp. But now that field's wet. I mean, walking on it, you can feel how solid it was. Like you said, Mike, both teams got to play on the same field.
Exactly.
Maybe they can.
But they split the safety on the backside over the middle of the field.
But you know what I'm glad to see? I'm glad to see not a flag come out.
Yeah. I mean, it's unusual that you run that far across from one side of the field to the other, and you don't get a block in the back. You might not get a hold, but when you're reversing the field like that, those defenders turn their back to you. And if you're already in pursuit of them or trying to make a block and they turn their back on you, it's easy to get a block in the back. And he's still down on the field. Looks like he's in some pain.
I didn't see what happened. Did you?
Last night, the Covington Chargers defeated Crockett County.
27-6.
And seemed like there were a couple other games on last night. We'll try to get you some updates for some games around West Tennessee tonight.
He's getting up.
Yeah, he's not putting any weight on his right leg.
Did we talk about that?
Let's give him a big hand. Hope he's all right.
Which I know that last couple of days that Eric did in practice on count, he had a deep bruise in his shoulder. Now what happened now? Somebody got to step up.
Yeah, that's another opportunity for the next man up.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
1st and 10 Ripley at the 18-yard line. 23 seconds to go until halftime.
All right. Hold on. He slide over.
Here's the snap. And it's going to be a fade pattern. No, he's going to throw it over the head of number 8. It falls incomplete. And the ball intended for
That's
Miller.
intended for number 8, Miller. Falls
Yeah, just a little
incomplete.
high. Miller was wide open over that middle, Mikey. And, we're just about a couple feet high. Hadn't been a touchdown for the Tigers.
That stops the clock with 14 seconds to go. See, Haywood's leading Liberty 7-0.
It's shaded. It's shaded. He should automatically see it.
Bartlett leading Millington 13-7. Here's the snap.
Now, throw it.
Quarterback's wanting to throw the fade pattern. He's got a man and it falls incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Pass intended
Clock
for
stops
number
with 9
23,
seconds.
Curry. Falls incomplete.
Bolivar leading Westview
Broken up by number
8-7.
12, Kennedy.
Henry County over Clarksville 9-0.
If we go
Gonna
double,
bring up 3rd down for the Tigers.
Mikey.
Ripley back up to the line. 2 wide to the left, 2 to the right.
Let's get behind this defense one more time here.
Here's the snap. The quarterback's looking, got time. Got a good man covered. He's got a man wide open, and he's going to be running for his life, and he throws the ball back across the field. And he was the last play of the first half. He was throwing it back to Squirt, and he overthrows Squirt, but he did a good job of avoiding that sack on the far side and keeping his balance. But the does result in no points at the end of the first half. Again, Ripley will get the ball to start the second half, but they back as we get ready to start the second half here from Decaturville. Parsons Riverside taking on the Ripley Tigers. Riverside leads at halftime 14-6. Ripley will be receiving the kickoff to start the second half. Some scores from around West Tennessee are Henry County 9, Clarksville 0, Cordova 28, Arlington 0, Dyersburg 21, Chester County nothing, Lake County 22, Greenfield nothing, Peabody 50, Trinity Christian 0.
Wow.
And we're set to kick off. And here's the kick, a long end over end kick. It's going to go all the way back into the end zone for a touchback. So the Ripley Tigers will have the ball. 1st down and 10 to start this second half.
Yeah, we need a big drive and a touchdown here, Mike, to get back into this ball game.
No doubt.
And our line needs a big push up front. I even think maybe the coach even challenged him at halftime.
Germantown 7, Memphis Central 0. First quarter score.
Ball is spotted at the Tiger 20-yard line. Be 1st and 10
Ripley
for the
will come to the
Tigers.
line of scrimmage. Ross in at quarterback. 2 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Quarterback takes a snap. It's a screen pass out to Maben. He gets a block and gets the edge and gets out across the 30, breaks another tackle, gets across the 40 and out to the 43-yard line where it'll be a 23-yard pickup, 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
Mike, I believe that was number 23 Curry that caught that
Yeah,
ball.
it was.
It was. The Kendarius Curry,
Ball
he's a
starting on
junior.
the Tiger 43-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Tigers do a good job come out and throwing this ball right off the bat.
2 wide to either side. Moore in the backfield to the quarterback's left. Shotgun formation. Showing blitz. Here comes the blitz. And the ball is on the ground. And that was recovered by Riverside. And I saw the blitz coming. It came right up the middle. Wasn't picked up. And as he ran past the quarterback, he hit his arm. And the ball hits the ground. And that's a turnover. So Riverside will have the ball in Ripley territory at the 33-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 in the first 29 seconds of the third quarter. You'll have to excuse me, I got a little heartburn. I stopped at my favorite wing place, Reggie's, on the way in, and had some of the suicide wings on the way down, and they're reminding me that I ate them, so I've still got just a little bit of indigestion from them, but it's worth every bit of it.
Oh, they're good. I don't know about the suicide, but them wings I ate were good.
They're all good. 2 wide to either side for Riverside. Quarterback takes a snap. He drops straight back, wanting to throw, looking downfield, looking, firing toward the end zone. He's got a man, and it falls incomplete. And he was wide open. He was trailed by Maben, but the ball was just in and out of his hands and fell incomplete. But it was a perfectly thrown ball.
But yeah, Maben done a good job of standing right there with him, Mike, and able to get that ball out of his hands right there at the split second. If he got ready to cross that first
Direction on that is incomplete pass.
So it'll now be second down and 10 from the 37-yard line.
Gonna bring up
2 wide to either side. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to his fullback, and he breaks a tackle or two and just keeps going forward. And he's actually pushed in the back by his quarterback to help him pick up an extra 2 or 3 yards to make it about a 5-yard gain. So it'll be third down and 5.
Tiger done a good job of staying home, Mike. But like you said, that quarterback coming up right behind him and just pushing for another. Looked like it's about another 3 more yards because he was stopped at the line of scrimmage.
So it's actually third down and 6.
Ball
at the 33. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Quarterback checks his play from the sideline. Man in motion. And the ball is on the ground and is picked up by the running back as he breaks into the second level. The ball was mishandled by the quarterback and it bounced on the ground and right back up into the hands of the running back. It's one of those fortunate bounces, and it's enough for them to pick it up and go down and create a first down. And the ball was going to be spotted at the 23-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 23 with 10:27 to go in this opening minutes of the third quarter.
He did a good job of following the ball when he got loose of it. But there was a host of Tigers over there. Couldn't none of them get it.
First down and 10, ball from the 22. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Take the snap, and the quarterback pulls it out and falls behind the line of scrimmage. He loses his footing, and he's going to fall basically at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second down and 10. Ball still at the 22-yard line with 10 minutes exactly to go in the third quarter. The rain so far has held off, a little sprinkle right before halftime or during halftime. Looking at the radar, it looks like we're kind of in a little lull right now, but it may not last long. I expect the bottom to fall out maybe by the time we start the fourth quarter. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Frost takes the snap. He hands it off to his running back, number 32, and almost hit it in the backfield, but breaks loose and gets down the sideline inside the 10-yard line down to the 5. And that was number 55, Evans, as he had him about 5 yards deep in the backfield, but couldn't keep his hands on him.
There's a flag.
And so it looks like it's going to be against Riverside based on the body language of their players.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on Riverside.
Waiting on the call from the official. They're talking it over now. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Riverside, and that was down inside the 10-yard line, so it'll probably be a spot foul, and they'll back them up, but not too far. They're still going to be inside the sticks. So the ball will be spotted at the 31-yard line. So it'll be first down and 9.
And you know, Riverside just shooting themselves in the foot, Mike, because they got the lead. And there's no sense just play football, keep your mouth shut, and play ball.
I agree. 9:26 to go in the third. 2 wide to the left, it looks like. Now the Riverside team has kind of huddled back up, and now the referees are talking again. I think they're trying to decide if where the ball should be set or spotted, and if that should be first down and 10 from there. Referee explaining it to the quarterback. Now I think he's going to go over. I thought he was going to Ripley's side. He's not. He says it's time to play ball. So 9:26 to go in the third quarter. It's going to be first down and 10. Ball at the 21-yard line for Riverside as the clock begins to wind down. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Two-man set in the backfield. At the 9-minute mark. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it to his fullback, trying to get outside. He breaks the edge. He's got the sideline. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Not until he gets down to about the 5-yard line. So they'll pick up the first down. It'll be first and goal from the 5 with 8:54 to go.
Ball started on the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Panthers.
Two wide right, 1 to the left. Two-man set in the backfield. Quarterback is going to take the ball and hand it over to his number 6 running back. He's going to be crushed in the backfield. He's going to lose about 2 or 3 on the play. Trying to get outside. Ripley did a good job of not letting him get that edge this time.
Ripley done a good job of coming off their blocks, Mike, and cutting that corner off.
8:31 to go in the third.
Second and goal for the Panthers.
It's going to be second and goal from the 5 for Riverside. They have the ball and the lead as they're knocking on the door. One wide to either side. Two-man set in the backfield. Quarterback takes a snap, but he hands it. No, he's going to pull it back out and run it himself. He gets into the end zone for a Riverside touchdown with 8 minutes and 1 second left in the third quarter. Riverside now opens up the score 20-6. And all of this basically started from a turnover for the Ripley Tigers on their opening drive. So they'll line up for their PAT. Wanting to make the score 21-6. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So the first one did, I think.
It did.
8 minutes and 1 second left to go in the third quarter, and now Riverside opens up the score 21-6 as they get ready to kick off, and Ripley is looking to receive and needing to have an answer somewhere.
Well, we quit fumbling and turn the ball over. We can get some blocked up front, Mike. I mean, it's still a ball game, but we just gonna have to buckle down.
First quarter score: Adamsville 14, Hall 0, Bartlett 13, Millington 7, Bolivar 8, Westview 7, Clarksville 20, Clarksville Northwest 7, Henry County 9, Clarksville Northeast 0, Cordova 28, Arlington nothing, Dresden 33, Gibson 8,
The 31 Taylor's getting
Dyer
off the
County
tackles.
41,
Number 11,
West
more
Creek
back field for the
12.
Tigers.
Dyersburg 21, Chester County nothing. Lake County 22-0 over Greenfield. Union City 6-0 over McKenzie. South Gibson 20-0 over Craigmont. And Peabody 50-0 over TCA. Those are halftime scores.
They'll be going home early for TCA.
Getting ready for the kickoff now. Ripley still have their hands people in, but they've spread them out just a little bit more. And a long kick. And they do have a good kicker. This goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback and bring the Tigers out to the 20-yard line where they'll start off again, first down and 10. Haven't got any update, any news on Barham. I see him standing on the sideline. But he hasn't been back in the ball game since he got hurt early in the first quarter. And he's been a playmaker for the Tigers this year. They're missing him. Ripley line up with two wide outs to either side. Two-man set in the backfield. High snap. Quarterback gets it down, and he gives it to his running back Moore, and he is going to be, a flag comes in as they grab him by the face mask before he can get the corner. Flag dropped at about the 20-yard line.
And another flag come out too, Mike. So we got two flags on the field.
Hopefully they will both be against Riverside and not be offsetting.
Well, there's three flags on the field.
Yeah, I think those two are both for the face mask, and I don't know what the other one's for. So with 7:44 to go in the third, Ripley trails 21-6. They have the ball on the last play, first down and 10 from their own 20. And on first down play, Squirt was trying to get outside. He was face masked as he tried to get the corner. The flag came in for that, and then another flag came in late. The referees are still discussing that.
Well, I've seen the face mask.
So it looks like it is going to go against Riverside. Personal foul, face mask against Ripley.
Personal foul, face mask against the Tigers.
Personal foul against
Dead ball, personal foul against the Tigers.
foul. So those are probably in there. I think there's a third foul. So it looks like they're going to offset.
So,
But they're marking off against Riverside. So they mark the ball up to the 25-yard line. The net result of that is a 5-yard gain for Ripley. The referee's trying to explain it to the coach. I'd like to hear it myself. Not sure how offsetting penalties net anybody.
There was three flags still on the field. So the first two offset each other, and that third flag must have been the one that gave us the.
Yeah, he never gave an indication of what that other one was. So not sure. But at any rate, it'll be, according to the down mark, it'll be first down and 5 for Ripley at the 25-yard line. Ripley will have wide outs to either side. Ross at quarterback, two-man set in the backfield. He takes a snap, good snap this time. Flushed out of the pocket and tries to run it, but the pocket collapses on him. He's going to lose about 5 yards on the play. Going to bring up now around second down and 10. As it collapsed from the outside, he tried to bring it up the middle, and then the middle collapsed, netting in a 5-yard loss. So it'll now be back to second down and 10, ball from the 20-yard line, where this series actually started. Wide outs now to either side. Still 2 men in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands it off to Squirt, starts outside, breaks it back inside, and he's just wrapped up after a pickup of maybe a yard. We'll give a shout out to a couple of old high school teammates that typically listen to the games, Norman Hendren and Roger Mills. They're also supporters of the broadcast, so a shout out to both of you and thank you for your support. So it will be a net gain of about a yard, so it'll be 3rd down and 9 for Ripley, ball at the 21-yard line. Ripley will have 2 wideouts to either side this time.
Well, I don't know what they're doing. I guess Tyler's going to kick. Is it 4th down and 9 or 3rd down and 9?
3rd. So it'll be, again, 2 wide to either side. And Ripley's going to call a timeout to try to get this play right, as it looked like that we might be about to run out of time and get a delay of game on this call or on this play. I want to give a shout out to all the Ripley High School football cheerleaders, and I will attempt to find the list of the cheerleaders here in the program so that we can run those down for you while we've got a timeout on the field.
We started off playing good. Now we done shot ourselves in the foot. I don't know, Mike. What do you think about it?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Bailey Canaster, Taylor Walding, Reagan White, Lindsey Hendren, Delaney Mann, Aisha Gendry, Shelby Odom, Carla Holmes, Lexi Greer, Hannah Chalk, Maddie Hey, we'll get back to the rest of them after this 3rd down play. 3rd down and 9. Showing blitz. They drop back out of it. They've got 1 man, and we actually held. We didn't get called for it. Yep, there it goes. And I saw the hold. I saw the jersey stretched. So we basically ended up with about a 3-yard loss on the play. But they're probably in a holding call, so they're probably going to take the play and bring it 4th down. They're going to decline it. That'll make it 4th down. And I saw that, and I saw who it was. And, he just got out quick, and the defender got past him, and he tried to slow him down. But you can't slow him down that way. 5:44 to go in the 3rd. Ross stands back at his 5-yard line to punt. Tigers need to get a turnover. Here's a little slow snap. He gets it off, but just barely. And it's going to take a great Ripley bounce, though. It was a short punt with a good bounce. As it hit about the 50-yard line and rose to the 42. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Riverside. And to get back to the cheerleaders, Taylor Land, Lily Carmack, Rachel Jackson, Paige Hardy, Carney Rose, Hannah Carroll, Alexis Crowder, Amber Murphy, Brianna Shelton, and Abby Sondergraf. Congratulations to the Ripley High School 2018 football cheerleaders. Riverside comes to the line with 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. 1 man set in the backfield. Drops straight back, wants to throw. Got a man over the middle, it's caught and hit and brought down by Cordarian Moore after an 11-yard pickup. It's enough for a 1st down. So that'll move the chains. 1st down and 10 for Riverside.
Great pass by number 4, Riverside.
So that will get them across the 50-yard line down to the Tiger 47. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback drops straight back, wants to throw, looking, no pressure. He's got a man over the middle. It's caught, and into the end zone. And he was hit at about the 10-yard line, and we should have been able to bring him down there, but we bounced off of him, and he goes into the end zone with 5:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. to make the score now 27-6, Riverside over Ripley.
Number 22 tap to attempt the extra point, cross the hole.
Riverside lines up for the point after. Here's a snap to hold the kick, and it is good. So with 5:08 to go in the third, Riverside opens up the score now 27-6, as we will be awaiting the kickoff from Riverside to Ripley. I want to give a shout out to the seniors from Ripley High School, for the football team also. Number 2, Justin Riley. Number 3, Cedric Mabin. Number 6, Tyler Ross. Number 17, Marcus McCullers. Number 18, J.J. Hammer. And number 24, Antavius McKinnis. So congratulations to the 2018 season and graduates of 2019 football players. We have some more, we'll get to those.
I think the score is 28-6.
Yeah, 28-6. Also,
Number 31.
we got Brian Evans, number 55, Tyler Rogers, Keontae Hall, Chris Johnson, Jaquan Smith, Brian Taylor, Eric Huddleston, and injured and out but not forgotten, Jamari Boston. And some good news on him. He did have his knee surgery, and they found out that his ACL wasn't completely torn, and he's probably going to make it back in time to play in a district tournament for basketball. So congratulations to him. And another long end-over-end kickoff that sails through the end zone and will be a touchback and come out, and Ripley will start over again at their 20. So really happy for that young man. It looked like at the beginning of the injury that he was going to be out, not only for football, and he was a huge part. He had played 5 quarters and I think had 14 receptions, over 100 yards, and I don't know, a couple of touchdowns, and that was just, in a game and a quarter. And I was looking forward to a really big season, and got injured and cut that short. It looked like he was going to miss his senior basketball season too. One of the better players on our basketball team. But when they got in there, they found out it wasn't as bad as they thought it was, and his rehab's going to be shorter, and hopefully he'll be back. The Tigers hand the ball off to Squirt as he's hit in the backfield. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose a couple. He's going to bring up second down, and he's going to lose about 3. So it'll be second down and 13 for Ripley. As Squirt tried to go off right tackle, but there was nowhere to go. Tried to break it back to the right, and just covered up there by the defense for Riverside. So anyway, congratulations to that young man, as his senior season is. He gets to play at least a little basketball. Ross wants to throw into the flat. It's complete to number 23 as he gets the first down out across the 30 and the 35 and down to the 37-yard line. And that was caught by number 23. That was Curry. And a big play for him as he gets the ball, moves the sticks, and gets a new set of downs for the Tigers with 4:24 to go in the third.
Ball spotted on the Tiger 37-yard line. With first and 10 for the Tigers.
Ripley up to the line of scrimmage. Wide outs to either side. 2-man set in the backfield. High snap. He comes down with it. A lot of time, and it's thrown and caught and hit immediately. He's going to be brought down, but his forward progress is going to be at the 40, so it's going to be a 3-yard pickup. It'll be second down and 7.
To number 3, Megan, tackled by number 6, Mason Woody.
So again, remember, everyone have their eyes and ears open for the Haywood-Obion County game next Friday night. If the Haywood Tomcats win, Ripley goes to the playoff, and most likely will be facing Millington in Millington in the first round. But if Obion wins, they go to the playoff, and Ripley is through. And Ross drops back, wants to throw, and he just loses his footing.
Yeah, he slipped.
And falls down. He's going to lose a couple, or he's going to lose about 5 And it's going to bring up third down and about 12, or about 14 for Ripley, as he planted his back foot and just the ground gave way and he falls to the ground. So it'll be third down and about 13 or 14 for Ripley, with the ball back at the 34-yard line. Wide outs, two to the right, one to the left. One man in the backfield, high snap. Luckily Ross comes in with it and a screen pass over the middle, and it's caught. And he breaks it down the far sideline. He's not going to have the first down, but he's going to be across the 40 to about the 42 or 3-yard line. So it's going to bring up fourth down and about 5 for the Tigers.
You might well go for it at this point, Mike. When you're down 20 points or 22 points, I mean, you ain't got nothing else to lose.
So with 2:52 to go, fourth down and 5, or a long 5, it's really about 6. The Tigers are going to go for it, as they'll have wide outs, two to the right, one to the left, two man set in the backfield. You can hear the crowd for Riverside. And the Tigers may try to pull them off here and see if they can get 5 yards shorter. High snap. He does a good job coming down with. He's got a man, and it's caught for the first down. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. And I've got to give Ross all kinds of credit on that, as he just barely came down with it with his fingertips after he jumped, and then still had the presence of mind to be able to roll to the right and find his receiver. And a good catch on the near sideline down to the 28-yard line, or excuse me, the 34-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 Ripley with 2:42 to go in the third, trailing 28-6. Crowder split wide to the left. Maben and Curry to the near side. High snap again. He hands it off to Squirt, and he breaks a couple of tackles, and he gets into the secondary, and he breaks a couple more, gets down inside the 25 for a first down. Well, he should be over his 45 yards he needed for his 1,000 yards. So, congratulations to that sophomore, number 11, Squirt. Cordarian Moore has been a 1,000-yard rusher for the Ripley Tigers. Not only a 1,000-yard rusher, but doing it as a sophomore and doing it on a team that's either won 3 or 4 ball games.
That's the last 2 seasons. Last season, this season. Or just this season, 1,000 yards.
Yep, one season. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ripley has the ball, first down and 10. Ball on the 20. Too wide, another high snap. He gives it off. No, he fakes a handoff, and he keeps it himself. Ross does. He's going to be down close to another first down. Hard run there by Ross.
I actually thought it was fumble, didn't you? Because I thought Squirt had the ball.
Let's see, they're going to say it's a pickup of 9. So it'll be second down and 1.
So bring up second down for the Tigers.
As we approach the 1 minute mark, we got to get those snaps down. They've been high or they've been low. We haven't been consistent on our snaps, and that throws all the timing off in the backfield. Another high snap. He's going to run it himself, and he gets caught in the backfield. He breaks the first tackle, but not the second and third. And if he got back to the line of scrimmage, that'll be about it. He didn't. He's going to lose about a yard. So it's going to bring up third down, and they're going to say he lost about 2 yards. So it's going to be third down and 3 with 46 seconds to go until halftime. Until the third quarter.
So third down for the Tigers.
I also want to give a shout out to, we'll get back to it, 26 seconds to go. Ripley takes a snap, they hand it off to Squirt. He starts inside, nothing there at all. And they're going to bring him down behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to say it's forward progress within about the 18-yard line.
I might well go for it here at this point. Did you say, Mike?
Well, he did last time, but that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. So at the end of 3, it's going to be Riverside 28, Ripley 6, and we'll take a 1 minute timeout and be back with the fourth and final quarter right after this. We're ready for the fourth and final quarter. The score, Riverside 28, Ripley 6. It's fourth down and 5 to go. from the 19-yard line, 18-yard line for the Tigers. As they're going for it. One wide to either side, two-man set in the backfield. Ross is the quarterback, shotgun formation. The ball in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. It was a good pass, just couldn't come down with it. The ball was intended for Curry, and the ball hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't come down with it. Wanted to give props to number 58. That is Jaquan Smith. He's a 5'7", 205-pound senior. He was the guy who is filling in, I believe, for one of the injured Tigers at right guard. And he's still a pretty good sized fella, but his height makes you think he's smaller than what he is. He looks small out there compared to the other guys. Of course, 5'7", 205 compared to 6'3", 350. That is a big difference, but he's evidently scrappy. Now, I watched him on the last play, and he did a good job pass blocking. Riverside to the line, two wide right, one to the left. Quarterback takes a snap. He's going to run it himself. He got in the secondary. He breaks the first tackle. A lot of holding going on down here as he's brought down finally by number 11, Moore. But Moore was held by number 23. I saw him as he was blocking him downfield. He finally let him go when he got close to him, but he held him for a long time. But that moves the sticks. It'll have to be 1st down and 10 at the 42-yard line with 11:45 to go in the ball game. Wide outs to either side for Riverside. This time they move one more out to the left. Two-man set in the backfield, shotgun formation. Ripley showing blitz. And it's coming. They pick it up. And he breaks right into the part of the defense that he vacated coming in on the blitz, and picks up right at 10 yards. They're going to say it's 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. And it's lucky when you send somebody into blitz and they happen to run right into that hole. That is just something you can't predict.
Yeah, and the umpire got in the way. Of course, he's part of the field.
That's right. 2nd down and 1. Ball right across the 50-yard line. 10:40 to go in the ball game. Riverside will have two wide to the left, one to the right. Two-man set in the backfield, shotgun formation. We're playing a 4-3 defense. Snap to hand the ball. The quarterback is going to roll to his right, wanting to throw, and batted down there by Evans. Good job. So the ball falls incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Time is the most important factor here, as the Tigers need to get the ball back because they've got to score 3 times. They definitely need to turnover or need to get a 3 and out. Big 3rd down play for the Tigers. Two wide left, one to the right for Riverside. There's the snap. The quarterback hands it to his fullback. He's got the 1st down, maybe. And yeah, he's going to have it with his forward progress. Not by much. He needed 2, and he picked up probably 3. But it'll be enough to move the sticks. So it'll be a new set of downs for Riverside. 1st down and 10 with 10:17 on the clock.
24. Tennessee. Ball spotted on the Tigers.
Ball batted down by Brian Evans, defensive end. Two wide to the left, one to the right. There's a snap. The quarterback reverses out, rolling to his left, wanting to throw, and he throws it. Yep, he gets him at the 1st down marker, and he's going to fall across the 35 and pick up another another first down, so that'll move the chains. A new set of downs for Riverside. 9:40 on the clock.
I'll tell you what, man, this Riverside team is well coached.
They are. They're
I mean, they are. And you got to give kudos off to them. I mean, they're just well coached.
They're doing a good job. They are they're executing. First down and 10, ball at the 36-yard line, 9:30 and counting in the fourth quarter. Ripley trails 28-6. Two wide right, one to the left. Quarterback's going to hand it to his running back, number 6. He's caught in the backfield for about a 7 or 8 yard loss, and a flag comes in at the end, and that they're going to call that against Ripley because there was nobody there but the defender and the running back. I didn't see. It looked like a good tackle to me, but I didn't see an infraction. But they're going to call face mask against Ripley.
That was Philander's brain. Number 25, a sophomore, who brought him down. Did you see a face mask? I didn't see no face mask.
Well, they're marking that off against Riverside. So we called the face mask on Riverside. So maybe there was a blocker that grabbed the face mask, or maybe the running back grabbed the face mask of the defender. At any rate, it backs the ball up to the 47-yard line, where it'll be now first down and about 20. Clock winding. Two wide left, one to the right. Here's the snap. They hand it off to number 32. Nowhere for him to go this time. Number 70 and number 56 in on the tackle. Number 70, Keontae Hall, and number 56, Tyler Rogers, both bringing down behind the line of scrimmage, so he loses another yard or two.
So we'll bring up second down for the Packers.
Right, so small, can't read.
So as we approach the 8-minute mark, it's going to be second down and around 22 or 3. Riverside not in any hurry. Two-man set in the backfield. Here's the snap. Quarterback hands it off to number 6, and he breaks it inside the tackles, or inside the left tackle and the end, and gets out to the 40-yard line. It's still going to bring up third and about 14. One of Riverside's players' helmets comes off, number 6, the ball carrier, so he'll come out for a play.
So we'll bring up third down for the Panthers.
See what I tell you about these Panthers, Mike, they're scrappy.
They are. 7:36 to go in the ball game. They pull the Tigers off and get 5 more of it back.
Have a flag on the play.
It's going to be offsides against Ripley.
Offsides against the Tigers.
So it's still going to be third and long. That's going to make it now third down and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Two wide right, one to the left. Two-man set in the backfield. .707 to go in the game. There's a snap, and the quarterback's throwing a swing pass, and it falls incomplete. And it looked like it almost could have been a lateral, but the ref says it went forward, so it falls as an incomplete pass, and now we'll bring up fourth down and 10. I'm surprised that here they go. I was going to think that they might try a long field goal because their kicker has done, I don't know how well he kicks field goals, but he kicks off great.
Yeah, he kicked well, from the 40-yard line on their side. He can kick it with 60 yards.
So the ball will be placed down around the 42, so that'd make it around the 52, but they're going to punt. So the punter stands back just inside his 50. And here's the snap. And they get it off, and it looks to me like it's going to go into the end zone. And it doesn't. And Ripley picks it up and gets out across the 10 to about the 12-yard line. It looked like it was going to go into the end zone, but it took a weird bounce and just kind of went straight up in the air. And I'm not sure who picked up the ball. I want to say it was number 3, Mabin, and he scooped it up before they could touch it and get it down inside the 5 and gets it back out to around the 13-yard line. So with 6:47 to go in the ball game, Ripley will have it first down and 10 from their own 13-yard line, trailing 28-6. Remember, the Tigers are off next Friday night, but one of the most important games of the season next Friday night will be the Haywood O'Brien game. Ripley takes a snap and they hand it off to Squirt. He's trying to get outside, and they're going to corral him up. He picks up about 5 or 6. So I would definitely say he's gotten over his 45 yards for the night. So really happy for that young man. He's quiet. He doesn't say a whole lot. You know, if you see him around the field house, you talk to him, he just kind of smiles at you.
Holding on tight.
But he runs hard and he plays hard, and he's one of the best, one of the best running backs we've had in a long time. Obviously, I won't say we don't have a great line, but we haven't always blocked for him. So, without a lot of blocking, he's gained a lot of yards. And for a team that looks like they're going to win 3 games this year, for him to have 1,000 yards rushing with a team that only won 3 games speaks volumes of how hard he runs.
Oh, yeah, big time. I mean, if everybody on that team plays with heart like he does like it, that would be 10-0.
6:28 to go in the game. Ripley backed up. Going to throw out of his end zone. The ball goes through the receiver's hands and hits him in the face mask, bounces off, and almost picked off by Riverside, but it does fall incomplete.
That was Hunter Crowder that ball hit his shoulder pad or face mask to come off.
So bring up second down.
So to bring up second down and 14, the ball is at the 8-yard line. 2 wide left, 2 to the right. They've got more lined up out wide as well. You're going to have to hurry to get this one off before they get a delay of game. No end zone clock, but high snap, and Tyler does a good job to come down with. He's going to run it himself. Flag comes in. He's going to be out to around the 15-yard line, which is going to be well short of the first down. He picks up about 10 on the play, but it's probably going to all be for nothing. That's probably going to come back as a holding call against the Tigers, and that's what it is. So that'll back the Tigers up there at the 8, so they'll only back them up 4 yards. So it'll be second down and 18 from the 4-yard line with 6:12 to go in the fourth quarter. Ripley can't seem to get out of their own way.
Ripley has got to have at least over 100 yards of penalty this game, at least, if not more.
I wouldn't doubt it. But we're fortunate the rain has held off. Haven't seen any rain. I hope we don't have to drive home in it. But I would rather drive home in it than sit here and wait for it to pass over so we could finish the game and then drive home in it. 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Quarterback takes a snap. Ross, he's wanting to throw. He's throwing into the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to pick up the 2 or 3 yards, if that, because he's hit immediately on the catch for the Tigers was number 3. That was
Third down for the Tigers.
So now it'll be third down and about 17. So they say he picks up about a yard. His ball's on the 5-yard line, third down and 15. 5:30 to go in the game. A good snap this time. He's rolling to his right. Rolling. Now he's going to pull it down and run it. And brought down by a shoestring as he's tackled just as he picks up about a yard with 5:12 to go in the ball game. It's going to bring up fourth down now for Ripley. He starts the outside and tried to cut it back to the inside. And had he broke that one tackle, he might have had, I don't know if he'd had the first down, but he might have had 8 or 10 more yards. But they grab him by his foot and just bring him down. So now he'll be back standing in his end zone as he gets ready to punt. And this is one time we need a good snap for sure. No block here. And there's going to be a timeout. Ripley's going to call a timeout. So with their timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the last 4 minutes and 40 seconds for right after this. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the ball game. The score 28-6, Riverside over Ripley. It's 4th down and 17, the ball on the 5-yard line for the Tigers. And so we see why Riverside is 9-8-1. They don't hurt themselves. Dyersburg over Chester County 48-8, and that's a final. Dresden 61-8 over Gleason, that's a final. Ross stands back about 6 yards deep into his own end zone. Nobody back really deep for Riverside. They back up now. They're backing out to around the 35. Here's a low snap. It rolls. He gets it away. Gets a good kick, and it's going to take a great bounce as it hit it about the 40 and bounces and rolls across the 50 down to the 45-yard line. And so with 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, Riverside will get the ball back. Adamsville 14, well, that's an early score. That's a Ripley Hall score, or excuse me, a Hall's Adamsville score. Dyer County 55-18 over West Carroll. That's the 3rd quarter score. Henry County opening up now 23-7 over Clarksville Northeast. Ridgeway over Brighton 42-0. Oh, excuse me, Bolton. And Bolton is 0-8 on the season.
They're winning or getting beat?
Getting beat. Riverside up to the line. Wideouts 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it to his running back going off right tackle. He's brought down after a pickup of 6 or 7. And he's brought down by number 25 for the Tigers. Belander Drain. He's a 5'10", 145-pound sophomore.
Bring up 2nd down for the Panthers.
Union City trailing McKenzie at halftime, 21-14.
Wow. That's a shocker event, isn't it? Because I think they just got their quarterback back, Union City.
Bartlett 13, Millington 7. Riverside to the line. Haywood leads Liberty early, 7-0. That's the 1st quarter score. Handing the ball off to number 20, going off left tackle, and he breaks it into the secondary and down to around the 33-yard line, where it's enough, way more than enough for a 1st down. So that'll move the sticks.
Tackle made by number 28, Anderson.
So Decatur County will move to 8-1.
And
again, they're number 1 seed. They beat O'Brien 14-7. They beat Lexington 7-0. They beat Wayne County 38-0. Beat Scotts Hill 31-0. They beat Camden 21-20. Their only loss to Waverly 27-48. They defeated Hickman County 31-10 and Houston County 49-0.
I forget who they got next week.
Next week they have East Hickman.
And they'll blow them out.
And here's the snap, and they hand the ball to the running back going off the right side. He gets inside the 25, close to a 1st down.
Tackle made by number 24, McKinnis.
Yeah, Hickman hadn't won a game this year.
So bring up 2nd down for the Panthers.
So with 2:30 to go in the ball game, it's going to be 2nd down and 1 from the 33-yard line for Riverside. They have the ball in the lead, 28-6. Two wide left, 2 to the right. Frost in shotgun formation. Good snap, and he's throwing it to his inside or his outside receiver, and it's caught. And the 1st defender, he shakes him off, and the 2nd one gets him, but enough for a 1st down.
you have Riverside wanting to run this score up to bragging rights that they beat a 4A school. A 2A beating a 4A school, and I give kudos to them, Mike. They come out tonight wanting to win.
Well, it's like Coach Cruz and I talked. I said, doesn't make any difference if you got 50 or 2 standing on the sideline. You play your best 11, and it's 11 on 11.
11 on 11.
And the best 11 is supposed to win. I won't necessarily say the best 11 won tonight, but the 11 that played the best won.
Well, I've always said this. I've heard people say that. Well, we were the best team, but we lost. Is that whoever wins the ball game is the best team?
Well, I won't agree with that. It's whoever plays the best wins, and it's not always the best team that plays the best. And here's the handoff. It goes to number 5, and they catch him as he kicks the corner, and he doesn't get a lot, but he still picks up about 3 or 4. Yeah, I've seen teams. Well, you take Crockett County and O'Brien. I still think Crockett County's a better team than O'Brien, but O'Brien played better that night.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That night, O'Brien was a better team.
Yeah, they were that night, but they were the team that played better.
Well, you take last week, Tennessee beating Auburn, number 21 Auburn.
Right. I won't say that Tennessee's a better team, but they played better. 1 minute to go in the ball game, 28-6. It's 2nd down and 6 from the 15-yard line. Riverside will come to the line of scrimmage. 1 wide left, 1 to the right. Again, remember, next Friday night, Halls will be taking on Union City, and we'll be there to bring you all the live action. So tune in or catch the streaming on 1570 WTRB. It looks like they're lined up. They are. They're not going to try to get another touchdown. So they're taking a knee, and that should be the last play of the ball game.
I think that's a respectful.
It is. It's the sportsmanship thing to do. Coach said this coach here said he's a real nice guy. Said I really like him. He's a good guy. So he doesn't try to run the score up. But again, next Friday night, we will be broadcasting live from Halls, Tennessee, as Halls will be taking on the defending 1A state champions, and that's Union City. Union City down a little bit this year. They lost their first 2 or 3 ball games, but they've come back strong as of late. So it ought to be an interesting game. So, and I can see the coach from Riverside out there hugging Coach Cruz and talking to him out in the middle of the field, and a lot of sportsmanship there. And I think it's great they have that kind of camaraderie. At any rate, that's going to do it here from Riverside. As we've got a long drive back, I want to give a shout out and a kudos to all the people from Ripley that drove up. Got a pretty good crowd of people that came from Ripley, and it's about a 2-hour drive. So thanks to all the folks that came and drove all the way from Ripley to support the Ripley Tigers. And again, next Friday night, the Obion County Rebels will be taking on Haywood County Tomcats, and our fate rests in their hands. So if Haywood wins, we go to the playoffs. If Obion wins, then we're done. So let's listen for the ball game next Friday night. We'll try to keep you up to date because we'll be broadcasting from Halls. And that's going to do it here from Larry Barnett Field here in Decaturville, Tennessee. The final score, the Panthers of Riverside 28, Ripley Tigers 6.